The U.S. government says a deadly plot has been foiled, lives have been saved, and the trail leads straight to the government of Iran. We are told the Iranian government was trying to hire a hitman to plant bombs in a Washington, D.C. restaurant, and the target was a young ambassador from Saudi Arabia. Could all of this bring the U.S. to the brink of a showdown with Iran, and how will the White House respond? First, let's begin with ABC's chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, who has all the details on this startling turn of events. Brian.
Indeed, Diane. If the attacks had been carried out as the U.S. alleges Iran wanted, scores of people in Washington would have died, and it could well have led to a military confrontation with Iran. The plot centered on Capitol Hill and a popular restaurant at lunchtime. All time, say officials, to assassinate the youthful Saudi Arabian ambassador to the United States, Adel al-Jubeir.
We are resolved to fight terrorism.
A close confidant of the Saudi king and a prominent symbol of a government that has increasingly been the arch-enemy of Iran in the region.
When the confidential source noted that there could be 100 or 150 people in a fictional restaurant where the requested bombing would take place, the lead defendant said no problem and no big deal.
U.S. officials pointed the finger squarely at factions in the Iranian government and members of a special operations unit of the Revolutionary Guards, the Quds Force, which reports directly to the Grand Ayatollah.
This conspiracy was conceived, was sponsored, and was directed from Iran.
In a criminal complaint that was compared to a Hollywood script, officials said an Iranian-American from Corpus Christi, Texas, 56-year-old Mansour Arbabsiar, was recorded offering $1.5 million from Iran for the ambassador's murder. Officials say Arbabsiar thought he was dealing with a member of a Mexican drug cartel, who was in fact a government informant. After a series of meetings in July with the informant in the Mexican border town of Reynosa, Arbabsiar went to Iran in August and arranged 2 wire transfers of $49,960 each, down payments that went to an undercover FBI bank account.
As a deadly down payment for their hired gun.
Officials say the plan also included follow-up attacks on the Saudi and Israeli embassies in Washington.
If the plot had not been foiled, we would be looking at a military confrontation. This is a provocation, and there's no other way of looking